Welcome everybody to my channel. I am Yan. Thank you for visiting. Today we are listening to another comeback, and it is a group that I have started liking since the wave era, and it's none other than ATEEZ. So the song for today is called I'm the One. So are they the one to do something? Like, is there a story behind this, or like you're the one because you ATEEZ is great, performing a lot and just sharing lots of things with fans and other viewers as well. I don't know, or maybe if it's a love song like I'm the one, please love me, or I'm the best person for you. So yeah, let's check it out right now. Usually ATEEZ have a very awesome, difficult, challenging, unique choreography, and of course a lot of their songs are written by the members themselves. So yeah, let's enjoy it right now. It's ATEEZ's I'm the One.
I'm the one in my zone. 다른 애들은 빼앗 저 취한 바보들 좀 봐. 이건 무슨 일이야. 그럴 필요 없어. 난 it's okay. I'm sorry. 갔으면 더 뜨겁게 지워버리지 널 부드럽게. We don't need nothing. Oh no. I'm giving you my invitation. 아주면 pay attention. 궁금해는 비주얼 번역이 된건 대전 박수 난리 났어. 어떡하면 착하는 아들 가는 우리 멀어. 취하지 않으니까 봐봐 너도 워러. 터지는 개성에 발만 툭툭 들여버려. 지금 우린 마치 불놀이야. 말리지 마. 웃지 마. 지금 마지막인 듯. Pop it away. 여기 지금 터져버릴 것 같은. All I think about it. All I through that day. All I feel about it. 불놀이야. I'm the one in my zone. 다른 애들은 빼앗 저 취한 바보들 좀 봐. 이건 무슨 일이야. 모두 잘못 보고 있어. Oh no. 마치 그게 진짜 멋이라고. 우린 필요가 없어. Oh no. 너도 갖고 있잖아 너만의 뜨거운 배. 여기 불이야 저기 불이야 온 동네 천지가 불켜 춤추네. 여기 붙어라 저기 붙어라 온 동네 천지가 불이 붙을 때. Yeah 두루 뭐 여기도 make a fire like on my tail. Yeah yeah 시작 showtime and 지금 우리 마치 불놀이야. 말리지 마. 웃지 마. 지금 마지막인 듯. Pop it away. 여기 지금 터져버릴 것 같은. All I think about it. All I through that day. All I feel about it. 불놀이야. 알고 있잖아 지금 넌. 네가 느끼고 있는 이 떨림을. 내 옆으로 와. 내 자리로 와. 우린 뜨겁기 위해서 어떤 것도 필요 없어. 살아라 반짝 높이 타올라라 번쩍. Burn it up fireball. 지금 우린 마치 불놀이야. 말리지 마. 웃지 마. 지금 마지막인 듯. Pop it away. 여기 지금 터져버릴 것 같은. All I think about it. All I through that day. All I feel about it. 불놀이야.
There's always like a masked person at the end of like a few MVs, and it just makes you want to wait for the next part. But I guess we just have to be patient. We have an answer, and now there's Fever Part 2. But it was great. I have a few things that I noticed especially, and I truly appreciate what ATEEZ did. And yeah, I will talk about it once we go back to the beginning. They always have a very unique melody and style for each of their songs. Sometimes some K-pop groups or the managers or directors have or want the groups to continue on with a certain image or a certain theme or concept. ATEEZ, yes, some parts are similar or can link back to their other songs, but there's also something that's very distinct and unique from the previous songs, and so it's always nice to have that flavor. And a lot of other groups too besides them have that too, and I really like that little spice or that kick, so it's not, you know, connected completely to the story before, but it continues on. I hope that made sense. I'm just thinking of a few groups who do that, and I really like that type of style. But we do see the 7 members of ATEEZ. Currently, Mingi is resting right now, but I will talk more about him in just a bit. We have the lovely Songhwa, sorry, my bias right here, having a lot of lines and kind of the one who starts the chorus and also starts the beginning of the MV. I'm going to rewind just a little bit where we see this tree right here in the midst of this construction zone. A lot of dust covering, and you can see abandoned or unbuilt buildings in the back, and then we have this tree. There's a lot of MVs with this similar tree. I remember last year I said, oh, is the retro theme coming back? I'm seeing that almost in every MV, and also this tree, usually a dead tree. It might bloom again or it might burn. In this case it burned, and I'm just seeing it everywhere. Like, I don't know why. Maybe there's something significant here that I missed out because I don't understand what they're saying at all in Korean. So maybe if I check out the English translated lyrics, it will make more sense. But there's always this tree nowadays, and different groups use it in a slightly different way, but I guess it's the trend, having this lonely tree in the middle and kind of circling around it as well. I'm also very happy to see Yosang having a part in the very beginning of a song. I don't think that has really happened, and it's nice to see him having a few more lines, and he also got the ending part too, which is pretty sweet. So I like how they changed up some of the line distributions, which is good. Here, I'm not a fan of crop tops, but I am surprised that San has really chiseled his abs. I know he always did. I know he showed off a little bit here and there, but it looks really good. And with his makeup and hair, and I guess the pants and just the outfit, even though, like I said, I'm not a fan of crop tops, it really looked good on him. And other members also had very different outfits as well, kind of ragged, dirty, ruffled style, I think, since they're in a construction zone and buildings are not completely built, so it looks like they've been living or hanging out here for a while, so them looking kind of dusty and dirty does make sense. Except I'm not sure why Maknae's skin is still so, you know, clean and beautiful, even though they've been here for some time. But we see them walking on this abandoned train, sitting on this abandoned train, and they're always together and having this really old style like radio. The coolest part is I was thinking like, oh man, Mingi is still not feeling well, he's still resting at home, recovering, but he was able to rap in the song. That really touched my heart. Like, even though he cannot physically be there to film or maybe perform, he still, you know, used his voice to rap for us, and I just felt that was really great. It connected everyone again, right? 8 makes 1 team for ATEEZ, so I thought that was great, and they were all just listening to him, and I'm just really glad they found a way to include Mingi, even though he is not feeling his best to be out, but we are able to still hear his rapping for quite a few parts of this MV, so I'm just really happy they did that. We see a lot of close-up of all the members, which is great. Songhwa, like, whew, I feel like you're getting the spotlight this time around, and you look fantabulous. Yes, that's not a word. And so we see a lot of good scenes of every member here, whether it's close up or individual or as a whole group. It just looks great. And everyone was able to have like a little bit of a story, as in whether they're just sitting looking lonely or empty, doing something very simple, right? Everyone was able to be seen clearly, and they really like to hang out in this train, abandoned train, like the Boxcar Children. If you have read that before, that's what I thought, except instead of siblings, we have guys sitting on top of the train instead of living in the train. They could be living in the train in the story. And then we have the leader showing off his flashlight skills and also his rapping skills. There was one part that was really creepy, or I mean, there was one part that was okay, I'll talk about that part later. This part is funny. I didn't know what was going on. Is it like turning on the light or switching or something? But look at all these facial expressions. Yippee! Watch out! No! Haha! And then yay! So what is actually going on? I don't know, because he's like ah. Anyways, great facial expressions. Where is that part that looked a little bit right here? While he just took a step forward, the back part of this metal thing was like shaking, and I don't know how high up he is or if it's a lot of CG effects, but that looked a little scary. So please be careful, leader, because it didn't look super safe, but of course you made it out, so yeah. But I was just like, oh, maybe he was willing to be, more risky and try something more challenging or something a little more dangerous. But I hope they were well prepared if he, did trip. But it was all good, so I'm glad. And again, I'm really bad today. I'm taking all these like pictures of them when they look a little funny. I guess not only are their dances are in sync, but their mouths are too. Skills right there. And then we're out in the open again of this construction site, and fire is being lit up. There's that really cool transition where I forgot who dropped the match and the flames just spread. That was really cool, but I'm sure it was also very hot when they were filming it. Anyways, they're out here. The tree has burned up, right? It's dying, and then they are in the middle of the construction site again. It's a massive place. Where are they? And it's showing how empty and bare it is. So it looks like they're claiming this land, but there's not much. So maybe ATEEZ will rebuild something in part 3. But yeah, I thought that was really cool with that, just that distance and that depth that we see. And then we're in another perspective of the site with different outfits, are very red. Songhwa's is super shiny. Another crop top for who has a crop top? That's not Sun. Sun's over here. Can't see from here. Will? Maybe. And they kind of just wrap it up with more dancing, more intenseness, and Yosung ends it, which is really cool. And they end it back at the site again. So there are just a few spots where they recorded, so to speak, setting wise, different perspectives or sides of the construction site, and also in a building that seems to be incomplete yet or unfinished. So they're only in a few places, but I hope we will find out why in part 3, because there's this mysterious person walking and something is burning. It could be the leftover tree, I don't know, but I guess the tree stopped burning, and then there's this guy with a red mask. So it reminds me of the Heartless from Kingdom Hearts, but maybe in a little more creepy way, since there are spikes coming out of his face. But yeah, it makes me curious every time. They always leave me hanging. But yeah, I really appreciate ATEEZ including Ningi and just changing the line distributions and just showing another side of what they can do, and just, great facial expressions once again. So yeah, continue to support ATEEZ, listen to I'm the One, and like and subscribe as well. Thank you. See you next time.